The unluckiest husband in the world. I was listening to a YouTube video on my phone the other week. It was a discussion, so I didn't need to see the visuals. And YouTube played me two adverts back to back. The adverts were for totally different products, but they both had the same female narrator. In the first one, she talked about a health-related misfortune that had befallen her husband. The second advert rolled around, and by an incredible coincidence, her husband experienced another health issue. He must be the unluckiest husband in the world, I thought. I wonder if there might be more to these stories than meets the ear, because at that stage I had only heard the adverts. So here we go. Rather than run the first ad and then the second ad as I heard them, I'll play sequences from each one side by side.
See why social media can't stop sharing this hydrogen water bottle. They don't believe how toxic this is. If you're still using a plastic or wooden cutting board, you need to hear this. I never post stuff like this, but I had to share. I drink water every day, so I've tried everything: filtered, bottled, alkaline. I cook almost every day, so we've gone through our fair share of cutting boards. For years, we used plastic, until I read about microplastics ending up in your food. One study even linked them to cancer. So we switched to wood, thinking it was safer. For years, I thought our city's tap water was fine, until I realized what it was doing to my husband. For months, he'd been complaining about being exhausted all the time. He looked older than his 52 years, his skin was dull, and
the dispassionate way this woman talks about her husband sounds similar to the way she might refer to an elderly flatulent Labrador that was on its last legs.
He couldn't focus at work. I kept telling him to drink more water, but nothing helped. Then one morning, he couldn't even get out of bed. Dizzy, confused, completely drained. I rushed him to the doctor. Until one morning, my husband took a bite of toast and said it tasted like raw chicken.
How does your husband know what raw chicken tastes like, madam? Does he hunger for uncooked flesh?
Minutes later, he had stomach pain, a fever, and started throwing up. I rushed him to the hospital. The diagnosis? Chronic cellular dehydration. His blood work showed his cells were aging 10 to 15 years faster than they should.
Would that show up in a standard blood test? Or is this total cobblers?
The diagnosis? Salmonella, from the bread. We knew right away it had to be the water. We knew right away it had to be the cutting board. When I got home, I researched it. When I got home, I checked it. Our tap water looked clean, but it was stripped of antioxidants and loaded with contaminants from aging pipes. I found out that tap water can contain copper, lead, and chemicals that actually accelerate aging at the cellular level. It looked clean, but deep in the grooves, there were bits of old food. I smelled it and nearly gagged. That same raw chicken smell.
Now you're observant. You noticed that I pixelated the face of the wife who had such an unfortunate husband. That's because, although the voice is identical, the speakers actually have different faces, probably AI generated. I'll stop obscuring them from this point, now that I've had my little joke about the husband.
Studies show that chronic dehydration is linked to faster aging, fatigue, and cognitive decline. I felt sick. We threw out all our tap and bottled water on the spot.
How exactly could you throw out all your tap water? Just leave it running forever?
I knew we needed something that could actually hydrate his cells. I always cleaned it well, hot water, soap, even bleach. But I found out wood cutting boards absorb juices like a sponge, trapping bacteria like E. coli and salmonella deep inside, where bleach can't even reach. I felt sick. I threw it out on the spot. Thankfully, my husband recovered. But I knew we needed a safer option. I knew we needed something that could actually hydrate his cells. A few weeks later, we were having dinner at my sister's house. She looked amazing, like she'd aged backwards in months. She was using this sleek glass water bottle I'd never seen before. A few weeks later, we were having dinner at my husband's boss's house. His wife was using this sleek silver cutting board I'd never seen before.
It's traditional for these ads to have a named expert, often a maverick, who developed his pioneering project in the face of opposition from vested interests. The chopping board is unusual in not giving its inventor much of an identity.
She told me, it's a hydrogen bottle, invented by a Japanese water scientist, Dr. Akio Tanaka. It creates molecular hydrogen that actually fights aging at the cellular level. Even longevity experts are switching to it. She told me, it's an amazing cutting board made from pure titanium. It naturally resists bacteria and prevents cross-contamination. Even pro chefs are switching to it. She said her husband used to feel exhausted and looked older than his age for years. Turned out it was cellular dehydration from dead water. She said her mom had constant stomach issues for years. Turned out it was her cutting board. Once she switched to this amazing cutting board, the problem stopped. Once they switched to hydrogen water, his energy came back, his skin improved, and he felt 15 years younger.
Heads up, we're going to get a spot of Orientalism now, with stock footage of supposedly typical Japanese village people.
Apparently, Dr. Tanaka studied a Japanese village where people lived longer and aged slower. He discovered their mountain spring water was loaded with molecular hydrogen, a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from aging. Apparently, it was invented by a biology student from Texas who loved cooking. He discovered titanium is not only the safest material, but also easier on your knives. Her neighbor had an extra and gave it to me. Her mom had an extra and gave it to me. That night, I filled it with our tap water, pressed the button, and within minutes, we had antioxidant-rich hydrogen water. That night, I cut raw chicken on it, rinsed it with just water, and it was spotless. No chemicals, no aging accelerators, no smell, no stains. Days later, my husband had more energy than he'd felt in years, no matter how much he drank from it. His focus came back, his skin looked healthier, and people started asking if he'd lost weight. I asked where to get one. Days later, it still looked brand new, no matter what I cut. I asked where to get one.
You've heard of Big Oil and Big Pharma, but like me, until now, you may have been blissfully unaware of Big Water and Big Chopping Board. But they're out there for sure, and they want to crush the competition.
She said, they're not in stores, because bottled water companies are trying to shut Dr. Tanaka down, but they're still available through his website. She gave me a referral link with 50% off. I ordered 3 immediately. She said, they're not in stores because big brands are trying to sue them out of business, but they're still available through their website. She gave me a referral link with 50% off. I ordered 3 immediately. Don't get a knockoff from some online marketplaces. Most don't have real SPE technology and won't create hydrogen. Don't get a knockoff from Amazon. Most aren't real titanium and can damage your knives.
In actual fact, you will be able to buy the exact same product made in the same factory from sellers on Amazon, AliExpress, and other online marketplaces. Probably cheaper too. The advertisers are affiliates who only get the commission when you buy from the website they link to.
I've tried them all. Filtered, bottled, alkaline, even expensive structured water. They all lacked what our cells actually needed. I've tried them all. Plastic, wood, glass, bamboo, even marble. They all had issues. Hydrogen Bottle is the only one that creates fresh antioxidants on demand and actually reverses cellular aging. Oh, and yes, it's dishwasher safe and the battery lasts weeks. This cutting board is the only one that's safe, clean, easy to use, and keeps my knives sharp. Oh, and yes, it's dishwasher safe. If you drink water at all, you need this. It's a one-time purchase built to last a lifetime. If you use a cutting board at all, you need this. It's a one-time purchase built to last a lifetime. I even got one for my dad. He saw the difference in my husband and ordered his own the same day. I even got one for my dad. He saw what was hiding in his old board and threw it out the same day. I left the link below the Learn More button. There's a love it or return it guarantee, so there's 0 risk. I left the link below the Learn More button. There's a love it or return it guarantee, so there's 0 risk. Honestly, I don't know how long Dr. Tanaka can keep fighting the bottled water industry. My neighbors already bought 4 after seeing my husband's transformation. Just get one. You'll thank me later. Honestly, I don't know how long this price will last. My mom's friends already bought 4 after seeing hers. Just get one. You'll thank me later. Tap the blue button on this video now to get 50% off before the bottled water companies shut this down. Tap the blue button on this video now to get 50% off before they sell out again.
As you've seen, the 2 scripts use an identical structure, just adapted to suit the specific features of each product. It's not a scam as such, in that if you order the product, you will receive it. However, I don't think it is ethical to lie in a sales pitch. The presenters are fake, and the events they describe are fake, so it is quite possible that the products they are flogging may not be what they are cracked up to be. The bottle may not significantly change the water structure in the way described, and a metal chopping board may still blunt your knives. Having said that, my desultory attempt at research turned up a number of YouTube videos examining the water bottle. Remember bottle inventor Dr. Akio Tanaka? A video by Jordan Liles looked at one of these adverts in 2024, and you'll be amazed at Dr. Akio Tanaka's aged appearance then. Truly, you won't believe what he looks like now. Drinking this special water for a year had a dramatic effect on him if he looks so much younger in 2025. Anybody would think they used two totally different bits of video to illustrate a man who never existed in the first place. Thank you for watching, and always use a different chopping board for meat and bread. Unless you crave the taste of fresh blood with your marmalade or peanut butter.